This should be quick. Last month we decided to purchase some property from the county in order to sell. There's a $17 fee that we need to include to purchase the property from Macomb County for tax reversion sale. And then obviously we'll include to incur that cost of the person that purchased the property.
Which property?
All the foreclosed properties that are on the Macomb County tax lists. Yeah, all the ones, just 10 of them. 47, it was no, that's over 47,000.
47,600.
Yeah, but if we have no money,
That's a good question. That's the, you can ask my first, but
they're not gonna sell them to make a profit.
a little bit more. But 47,600, so now we're gonna add $17 to that.
No, it's in your packet.
47,600, 14.99.
So we're not gonna add 17 to that,
Right.
correct?
No, that's the.
No, that's the total.
So we need to do a new
It
motion.
was 47,597.99. Add $17 to it. You have 14.99.
I know looking at assets, I requested information on escrow, and I was never provided the escrow information from the village attorney. So I need to know what you guys want me to do with the money as well. I have 2 cashier's checks for the total amount, minus the $17.
Can I make a motion? I'd like to make a motion to, rescind that vote last month to ask, was looking at the property, finding out that one home in that property was almost the amount that was paid for. And there's several homes listed on the property, so it's almost like a giveaway for the village. That property can end up in the value of over $500,000 in a few years. But most of those properties had about 7 homes, one that was in your subdivision, right down the street from it. It's worth about $50,000 on the market. So if you're gonna sell some homes, property, why give away the property like that?
To Jamie's uncle at that.
Are you rescinding the fact that we purchased it from the county, or rescinding that we're gonna sell
So
it?
we're sending the vote that was made personally. I went back and I looked at our documents. When we sold some land to a Miss Bryant over in Chanel, we created an ordinance. And that ordinance required that we post the property out for someone to bid on that property. This was the time before Trustee Steer was here, before Trustee Hill, Zagorsky, and Trustee Davis, and Trustee Hill back there. And that
That's
land
different.
was.
That was our property, not the county's
This
property.
was, well, we purchased the property from the county, and then you turn around and sold it the same night, without even having the deed in your hand.
Well, you want to showboat, that's not what it was. That's not
I'm
what
not
it was.
sure what it's facts.
Trustee,
So let me talk to the chair. So therefore, I want to rescind that vote and bring it back to the next council meeting, so each council member can take a look at the property and drive by and look at what you're selling. You're giving away property that has a value. We need money.
Trustee Hill, 2 things. First off, you had a deadline to get your property from the county. You rescind your vote, that tells us anybody can bid on that. We don't get that property. You know what I'm saying? So what happens, and you can't profit off that. What happens is, usually, we get first right of refusal, and we refuse it, then it goes to the auction. Then it goes to the final auction. So, and what happens is, and I don't know what the vote was at last month, but if you rescind, that doesn't give us a right to go out and sell that property. That's a completely different motion.
You get to bid. Everybody get a chance to bid on this, till you're selling it the same day
That's why I
that
asked
you
you.
voted to acquire it from the county. How can you sell property you don't have a deed for?
This first deal, you cannot profit off it. This is all it is.
Let me explain why I say we can, okay? Since you say we can, I'll explain to you why you can. The house down the street from you, if the estimated value is $50,000, you can put the house out for bid. Somebody will bid at least $25,000 for the house. The other house over off Main Street, the house off Victoria, you put those houses out, somebody's gonna bid at least $25,000 to $30,000. I know some people right now who's out leasing, who've been looking for land to purchase in New Haven. And you turn around and give it all to one individual on a first come, first served basis, when our past practice has been to put it out, let people know this property is available, write up an ordinance for that property. I have it here, if you'd like me to give it to you. And then they come in and put in a secret bid for the property, and it's purchased. To turn around and give it away like that to one party, it's just taking away access from the village. Because we didn't have to purchase that property. You guys chose to make a motion to purchase it. So why would you personally turn around and give it away the same night?
Trustee, once again, we're discussing Mrs. Bryant's property that we owned. The village of New Haven owned that property. It was landlocked. We sold it to Mrs. Bryant. This property is foreclosed property. We purchased in order to get back on the tax roll.
So we purchased it, we owned it, right?
We get deed to it, we own it in order to sell. In order, okay, that's fine. What happens is, if you don't purchase it, we get hit with a chargeback. Like if somebody forecloses in their house tomorrow, we get hit, the county of Macomb makes us whole. But then in 3 years, we have to pay that money back. That's what these properties are. So if we didn't purchase the property, we were still going to send a check to Macomb County for the outstanding
So
tax.
whatever amount that the village is losing, you start with a minimum bid on the home.
But it's not
And you will require the money back that you just claimed that you lose.
Why does everybody else think your way?
You don't have to. You just wait for attorney Davis, please.
We've gone through this several times.
But you didn't get nobody a chance to bid on
We're not allowed,
Quiet, please.
it. And it wouldn't be for profit, I'm quite sure.
right,
Because it would be the minimum bid.
Right.
Required.
if you don't buy back the property as a whole, you get a charge back. So let's say the property is $47,000. If somebody goes in and bids on that and pays $5,000, you have to write a check back to the county for the balance. The way communities get around that is they buy it in a lot, hoping to sell it at the same price. You're not allowed to profit on it. So you had a situation at the last meeting where instead of writing, who knows what kind of a check to the county, you made a motion to buy it at 47, and you had somebody who would buy it at 55. Whatever the number was. So that
in
you,
24-hour notice. I tried to buy the property to be able to give back to the community in a more or less a different
I
way.
didn't see your offer. I don't
I
know.
tried, but it wasn't acceptable.
But the fact is you guys either, through your tax money, you write a check back to the county for the difference, or you make yourselves whole. Most communities are trying to make themselves whole, but you don't get the profit.
Attorney Davis, the problem here is, you already had a buyer for the property before anybody else knew it was available. How is that possible if you had a buyer before anybody else knew that the property was available?
No, that's false, because first off,
No, you said it yourself. Go ahead.
Trustee Hill, this is for future reference to anybody. There's a list in Macomb County, every foreclosed property in Macomb County. So if anybody's audience wants to purchase property, they can go to East Point, New Haven, wherever, look at that list and say, okay, I want to purchase these properties. You can go to any municipality and purchase that. It's public record. It's not like it's some secret that people have. It's public record. If somebody's audience wanted to come at the last meeting and post the money for what 47 residents council made, they have option to do that. It was supposed to be given to the treasurer.
But the audio tape is also public record. What you said was, we have a buyer,
That's
so
right.
we might as well go ahead and move on it. So I want to know, how can we have a buyer
Who's the buyer?
before anybody else knew, including me, that we
His
had
uncle.
property available?
Who's the
Yeah,
buyer?
it's his uncle.
Public record. And Trustee Tindall said the same thing, like, you off the buy, right?
I tried to buy it, but then you changed it and said first come, first served.
And the first person was supposed to give the escrow money to Treasurer Pascal. So if you came the next morning and took the money to Treasurer Pascal, you had the same option as anybody else.
By the time I got down there, she told me that she had already.
Who's the
received
buyer?
a check in
Who's the
amount of
buyer?
Who's the buyer?
So I just stopped from bidding on that at first, and if somebody else came first,
But it was the way that it was did.
it's already published. There's a list at the county, not just New Haven, but every community.
Now,
So why didn't they buy it at the county level instead of
know that that list of property was purchased by the county the same night it was stolen.
And that's in order for more than
But that's on the county list, it's not on the village.
Well, people can do that. People possibly get passed by this council. And we have first right of refusal, that's how we purchase that property. Okay, she made a motion, can we get a second? Motion for Trustee Hill to rescind her vote from the purpose of the action. She's rescinded. No vote.
Stand up there all this time.
It's hard to.
Yes, you are. She wants Can we get discussion on the motion? She wants to reconsider the action.
Yes, the discussion on the motion. Let me just clarify something. And if you look in your minutes, the same thing happened. When the property went up, and we discussed it here, the action was, we were gonna send it back to the county. And then when we discovered that there was a buyer for it, that's when we made the decision to go ahead and have that buyer buy it. And that was part of that motion. That was the reason we made that motion, because you knew that he was the one that wanted the property, and that's why we made the motion.
That's what I just said.
Okay, she wants to rescind her action. We got a second by
Second.
Her action on her
purchase.
No, on the motion.
It's all one.
This is a stand on the motion. The second motion, I'm finding for just a second, Okay. I believe it was made by Trustee Podolsky. Trustee Podolsky?
Yes, it was.
What that vote was?
I make a motion.
It was 6-1.
On page 8, page 7.
Trustee Hill was on
The missing page.
Attorney Davis, can she rescind the motion that she didn't make?
I didn't have to make a motion, because you can rescind, anybody can rescind. To rescind.
What, you rescinded the,
It's in your package I just gave you. Take a look at it.
No. Let her rescind her vote, please. You don't have to. Can we get a roll call on the Trustee Hill rescinding her vote for tax reversion purchase? The vote.
It's a motion to reconsider.
should,
That's what it is.
Yes, second motion.
So not to purchase, but to sell, right?
The same.
All right. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Davis,
Yes.
Trustee Harris,
no.
Trustee Steer,
No.
Trustee Podolsky,
No.
Trustee Tidwell,
Yes.
Trustee Hill,
Yes.
President Kincaid.
No. Smart trip, please.
The property stand escrow until this issue is resolved.
Can we get a second on the motion?
Second.
Discussion on the motion. The property stays in escrow until the issue is resolved.
Actually, it's the payment in this case. Yes. Correct. Until the issue of the property is resolved. I want each trustee to drive by and look at that property that you sold last month. And once you take a look at that property, you realize what you gave away to one individual, without any other person having the opportunity to speak on that property.
What's it, escrow? You can't, you can't.
I made a motion, you got a second.
All right, and now discussion on the motion. You cannot profit off the property. Roll call, please.
Trustee Harris,
No.
Trustee Hill,
Yes.
Trustee Steer,
No.
Trustee Podolsky. No. Trustee Tidwell,
Yes.
Trustee Davis.
He said no.
No. President Kincaid.
No. Ms. Mack, I think we're back to you now. Can we get a motion